It said Weekend Innovation Challenge. And I'm like, I like weekends, I like innovation, and I like challenges, so why not?
It was in a topic of interest that I would like to pursue after I graduate, and it was a similar project to what I've done all semester, and I thought this would be a great add-on to see how I can do it in a different setting.
I was really interested in product design before I got into the history major, and I was just excited to participate in something like that, so I jumped on it.
I'm a science major, so I expected to be based upon my major. When I got in, I found out it wasn't as much as I expected, but that ended up being better because it kind of took me outside of my comfort zone and made me kind of experience something completely different that I don't get through any of my classes.
It was worth it. I was excited, and I'm glad that I signed up.
With the first event, we all just threw the most random ideas out there, anything that could be crazy, and that's what our professor, Paul Reeder, always taught his students and myself, that, you know, throw something crazy, do something that no one else could ever imagine doing, and then try to run with that.
It was awesome getting to use the Materials Innovation Greenhouse and kind of get in that new space and present in a way that I personally never had before. It's kind of getting out of my comfort zone, not only with how I was presenting, but especially who I was presenting to.
The Materials and Innovation Lab is really cool. I was like surprised the first time I come. It's combine all the elements that can inspire people.
The diversity of our team was really our strength, and that's why we had so much fun working on it, because each person had different input to put into the product, and they said, oh, well, what about this? And each person's experience is what made our product so great.
I'd say confidence would be the biggest one, because you don't really, like I said, in science background, we don't get to present, we don't get to see how we actually would do in real life scenarios besides if we take a lab class.
At first I was really intimidated, especially when I learned that it was going to be a design challenge, because I'd never used SolidWorks before. I didn't know a lot of the terminology and things like that. So it was a steep learning curve, and it was really exciting. But I also found that I was able to add value in a lot of ways that some of the other students didn't, in terms of the way that I was able to look at the problem and focus on, you know, the industry as a whole, and focus on, you know, what the customer wants versus what they want. I was really able to kind of bring a new perspective and a lot of value to my team. And I think too that just says something to kind of multidisciplinary teams in general, that having diversity of thought is really, really important.
Because once you have that, you can specialize, and you can communicate with people in ways that somebody or a group of people that are all in the same discipline might not stumble upon.
Seeing how other people approach the same problem in a completely different way. There were, 10 or 15 of us there, and everybody had a completely different response to the same question.
All of my other classes had only engineers that were in my specific program in those classes, so I didn't really interact with a lot of other academically oriented people in an academic setting.